Alright guys, welcome back to another video. As you can tell by the caption, I am going to be going through the basics of how to start sim racing as someone who just started myself, so you can understand better than everybody who's like all the other people who have thousands of hours on the game. Don't get me wrong, I have hundreds of hours on a bunch of different games, but I am a lot less skilled than some of the people who are starting, or some of the people who are giving beginner guides. Alright, so first off, I'm going to be talking about the different sims that you can use. There are a bunch, there's so much variety in this space. There's so much. So you can either go with like unrealistic, so F1, the example I'm going to be using in this video. The F1 franchise, it's very beginner friendly. There are a ton of different, like if I go here, there are a ton of different assists you can put on. I have very minimal assists. I have very minimal assists. There's a ton of assists. There's a ton of variety in the AI, in everything that you can change. So like you can change the AI's level. Pretty sure you can change the aggression of them. Not sure. That is in a few other games. So like in Le Mans, there you can change the aggression, the level. You can change this, all the same. It's just a little bit more realistic than F1. So it's going to be a little bit harder for beginners to do, or people who are starting out. Yeah. There's Assetto Corsa, the Assetto Corsa franchise. So ACC Competition is one of the more realistic simulators. It is a racing focused one. So it's mostly focused on GT3, GT4, all those. I think I don't have it. Then there's Evo, which everybody who's watching this should know. It's a open world Assetto Corsa, first open world, or not yet, it's still in beta, but there is a ton of different cars. One of the most realistic. It looks beautiful, very realistic looking, very realistic feeling, as some people say. And then there's Assetto Corsa, the original, ton of modding support. I would highly recommend getting the launcher, like the mod launcher. I forget what it's called. Custom content manager for Assetto Corsa. $2, best $2 I've spent. And then you can get the rest of the mods for free. Like post a tutorial on how to get that if you guys like. But you can get almost everything. Like you can literally get a banana to drive, or a monkey. Ton of stuff. Then there's like, what else is there? There's Forza series, so like Forza Horizon. It's not very, the amount of customization in their cars is one of the best, or is like the best, and I love it. That's my favorite thing about it. And then of course Forza Horizon Motorsport. I haven't played it, but apparently it's pretty good for beginners too, like F1, and I think so is Gran Turismo. I'm not sure. Like I've said, there's a ton of different ones. Forza is a very chilled one. You can race in it, or you can kind of just drive around. It's not very realistic in terms of driving, because you can make a 90-year-old car go 400 kilometers an hour. Alright, so I was not kidding when I said I could get a 1930s car. 1930s car up to 400. I can't get it up to 400, but I can get it pretty darn close. So as you can see, a 33, 92 years old. It's pretty quick. Okay, so that's my hammer. Really doesn't like drifting. Well, I guess that's what you get for a 100-year or a 90-year-old all-wheel drive Yeah, did I mention you can drivetrain swap in Forza? Yeah, you can. It's kind of absurd. Okay, let's watch this, I guess. Okay, well, apparently 320 going downhill is as fast as you can get it. I would say that's quite fast, especially for a 30s car. Yeah, well, yeah, but yeah, so let's get into talking about other stuff for the game. So in F1, you can go into their like world, and you can do series. So that's a bunch of like it's a using your F1 world car, and you can do a bunch of different races, do a bunch of different stuff. There's also here, if I go back, there's also career, which is like a F1 24 season or F1 25, 23. You know, you get what I mean. But what I'm going to show you guys is the time trial, because it is the easiest for me to show you how to start. So you're just going to go choose a circuit. Easiest, actually most technical to choose. Canada's a very easy but fairly technical track. You need a bunch of different techniques of braking and all that. So is Imola. Imola's a very fun track in my opinion. It's very smooth, it's very, like, you flow through it very well. Japan's also it's very technical. It's harder to do, it's easy to master, harder to do, like at the start, so I wouldn't choose that. And also not Saudi. In my opinion, I find it easy. Monza is a very good way to learn, like, good way for fast to like learn how to rotate the car, like when to brake. It's also a very good place to learn overtakes, because there's so many different, like, there's different types of corners. You can pass on the straight so much. You can go dive. You can do a switchback. It's just a lot of fun to learn on and do. So is Texas. Texas is very good, and so is Brazil. I'm gonna choose Brazil. It is personally one of my favorite tracks to watch and drive. So, first things first, when you get into a session like this, you can either go to track, so start race or start driving, which is, yeah, or you can go here, go over to this, and you can change it. So it depends on your driving style. If you're very, like, you turn the wheel very sharply, you're gonna want a sharper front end. If you kind of lean into it, you're gonna want like a mix. And yeah, then you can also change a ton of it. Brakes, preferably you want to go lower, like further in the rear. It also depends because you can lock up the rear, and that's really bad, especially if you're mid corner. But like if you're entering your corner and you're about to go in and you spin out, that can be very bad. You can't really save it. Then you can change all this, less PSI, and all the tires. Makes you go faster pretty much. Also adds more wear and more heat, which can be bad, can be good. So, first things first, once you first load in, you're gonna be sent flying, like on a flying lap, or you're gonna be already driving by the AI. It's gonna like just throw you in, and then when you can kind of take the first lap slow, get used to the track. Best thing to do, you can generally just do that, and then like kind of just learn the braking zones on the first lap. Don't worry about being the default ghost, it's very slow. Like I'm not going very quick right now, and I'm beating it by quite a bit. So just like kind of learn the racing line, learn the track. I know I have a racing line, it's kind of a sin, especially for this. And like also, if you have a wheel like me, and you have the manual, you can kind of just, look down, look at what gear you need. You can also take a few other laps and get used to it. But like, just look down, figure out what gear you need, try and remember that for every time you go around. It'll just make it a lot easier, in my opinion. Because you don't have to be looking down every time you take a corner, which will take focus off the track, which is really bad. And also, so one thing I should mention is that the more assists you have on, I know it's gonna sound ironic, but the slower you go. It's very weird. Like that's not how it should be, but it's like, if you have traction control on, you can't rotate your car as much into the corners with the acceleration. So kind of throw the rear end out. I know that probably goes against everybody's like morale if they drive a car. You don't want to throw the rear out, but in racing you do. And I'm not the best teacher, of course. I also pretty much just started. But I'm just trying to tell you what I've learned from other people. Another thing that can and will affect your gameplay is what controller you use to control the car. So if you're using let's say keyboard, it's gonna change. You can't brake as bad or good. So like in Simracing, as you get better, of course, I'm not doing it, I'm not as good as I should be. But as you get better, you're going to want to hit the brake hard at the start and let it off softly. It's the quickest braking method. It leans you into the corner, lets you get on the power faster. But one of the things I have found is consistency is key. So the more you play, the better you'll get. And don't feel bad if a bunch of your friends that sim race have all the assists off. Even if they just started, it's probably not a smart move. It is a lot better if you start with assists on, so you can learn the braking, learn how the car handles, and then just slowly, like one of my best friends, he's my best friend, and he's way better than me, but he still has braking assist on, like it brakes for him, which I kind of find weird because I like feeling the car and knowing how to do it, but I don't judge him because it's his preference. Don't let other people judge you because you have assists on. It's just gonna help you. It makes you better. Like, if I had a friend who just started and he turned all the assists on and he's doing pretty bad because he doesn't know how to do it, like I would tell him, turn your assists on, it'll help you. Assists are there to aid you get better. If you heavily rely on them, then that's a problem. Like if you're just slamming on the gas pedal and not easing onto it, that's a problem. You've got to learn while having those assists on. And while I'm on the like part of getting like assists, I'm gonna talk about how to brake, how to accelerate. So how to brake, you kind of want to coast into the corner and then you can brake. And okay, this isn't going great. But how to brake is you go hard. So here, I'll show you into the next corner, but you go very hard at the beginning and then kind of ease off it. So you go, I'm not going fast enough, but you go hard and then you ease off it as the corner's coming at you. And then for acceleration, it's a lot easier to learn on an automatic transmission. I know it's not great, but like it's a lot easier. Because you don't have to be focused on changing the gears every time you like take a corner. And also for braking, while there, you need to brake before a corner, let off, and then accelerate. You can't be braking mid-corner, that will screw your corner up. Like I'll show you once I get to a hard corner. Here, watch, I'll brake. Like, see, if I braked before the corner, I would have been able to rotate my car better because I'm not applying braking, or I'm not locking up the wheels and go. It's a lot easier to turn the car when you're not braking, even with the anti-lock brakes. It's just something to learn. But also, as always, you will make that mistake a bunch. Like, I still make the mistake. And also, don't brake in the corner. So if you are going too quick, and then, or like braking before the corner, and you hit where you should stop braking, and you need to go slower, don't brake in the corner, just coast. Don't hit the gas pedal. It will hurt your like performance in the corner. See, like there, I didn't hit the brake in the corner. I didn't have the brake going in the corner, and I'm able to rotate my car with the accelerator or with the throttle. I know I'm not doing great, or as good as I should be, because I can do a lot better than this. And also, if you guys really want to challenge yourself, do Monaco. It is such an annoying track. I used to hate it so much. It is such an annoying track. Like, it is not a great track to learn on, I will say, but it's a lot of fun once you start getting used to it. Once you start, it also helps you learn how to like manage with tight, because you're gonna do that, especially if you're doing races. You're gonna be too wide in a corner, and it's gonna be hard. You can't turn in as much as you would like to. So, again, also, one word of advice: do not play the F1 lobbies unless you're ready to get like your ass beat. You will get completely destroyed, literally and figuratively. Like, your ego will be hurt so badly that it's just not even funny. People in F1 online are insane. I don't understand how. I don't understand why. They are mentally insane and also physically. So, like, some people are really good at it. And then some people are also kind of, they ram into you. I don't understand why. They just kind of do. But yeah, so be ready to want to leave as soon as you do, or as soon as you can. Because most of the F1 online lobbies, I know I hate them, and I've said it's in my bio, but they are not great. They will run into you. They will do whatever they can to keep the place, is what I'm trying to say. Like, even if you're way better than them, and you're lapping them, trying to pass them, they will run you into the wall as soon as they can. So, I'll teach you guys that in a later video, how to fake them. It's pretty much just, you go, like, if you're going faster than them, you go beside them here. Right before you go beside them, brake, and watch them turn in and hit the wall. They're, I want to say stupid, but they're not good enough to realize that you just faked them completely. Yeah. And for races, best thing you can do is be cautious. Even if they're the best, the cleanest driver in the world, they will make mistakes, especially if you're behind them or if you're side by side with them. They will begin to fail, like start spinning out, so they're like, here, wait, let me get to a slower corner. They will, maybe on this corner, they might accidentally do that and have to correct themselves. So just be cautious and try not to get hit. Like here, if I'm in this corner, a lot of people spin out on that corner in F1, real life, and in Simracing. I've seen it happen a lot, and it's very common. And I have a personal annoyance with the curbs in Saudi. They're very, I don't know how to describe them, but they're very annoying. You don't even understand. So I'll just show you. I'll put a clip up somewhere. Alright, so I'm gonna be showing you the Saudi curb that I was talking about. It is, if you ever race in Saudi or ever play in like do time trial, it is one of the most annoying curbs that you will ever find. I'm gonna be playing on controller because I don't want to get my wheel out, but I'll try and show you. I haven't played on controller in a while. Okay. How do I to shift down? Alright, so it's the corner coming up. My bad for the bad driving, but it's, yeah, that. Usually that curb is a lot worse. But since I'm on controller and I can't push, it's like it'll usually trap you on it. It's really annoying, especially if you're, you know, trying to, I don't know, if you're trying to do a fast lap and you get stuck on that curb, it is horrible. Just gonna finish the lap. It's just this one curb. They use something called sausage curbs, which are basically just really thick, or tall and kind of thick curbs that don't let your tires touch the ground at all, really. And also just comment if you guys would like me. I am thinking about, if any of you have Forza, I am thinking about doing just an uncut run of a Goliath, or posting all the times that I got in the Goliath, so like cheapest car to fastest car, or cheapest car to most expensive car that I can find. I am gonna go onto a new track, so Canada, because it is a lot of fun. Alright, so change of plans. I have decided to do just a Grand Prix. Just a race that I can show you guys a little bit of how to race. It's a little bit different. It's kind of hard. It's a lot harder than doing a time trial. You don't have a free track to just, and the normal races are a lot easier to do. Oh, and of course my wheel is disconnected. But yes. And coming back to the controller part, it is preferable if you have a wheel while sim racing, because it gives you the most depth and way to control the car. You can feel the car a lot better than you can on a controller or a keyboard. Like, you can feel if the car is slipping out and correct yourself instead of just having to see it. Or you can brake a lot harder, or you can brake a lot smoother. Like, per se, on a keyboard, it's kind of click, click, and that's your brake. There's no depth to it. You're going to lock up no matter what, unless you have anti-lock brakes on. And you can't really control the car as smooth on a keyboard as you could a wheel or controller. A controller is preferable if you have one available, because you can change, like, you can softly go onto the throttle and go onto the brake and then softly let go of it. And it's a lot easier to, like, lightly control it, so you can change your car back to straight. It's going to be a lot harder to do that on a keyboard. It's kind of like, it's going to make you wobble a lot. And also, some wheels, like the wheel I have, has a very stiff brake, but a clutch that can be used as a brake. I'm using the stiff brake to give me as much realism. But, like, you can use the clutch as a brake because it's stiffer, but it's not as stiff. Like, it's kind of like a road brake. And that'll give you a lot more feeling in it. But yeah, there are a ton of different controllers. You can even use your mouse to control it. It's not as good. I would not recommend. But yeah, so in a race, you don't want to brake as late as possible. Well, you do, but you can't, because there are so many more cars on the road with you. And on this corner especially, the AI is for some reason really weird and does not like to go. And also, if you're behind a car and they're braking, or if they're going slower than you and you're on a straight and you don't have enough time to react, don't brake. Let go of the throttle and just let them go a little bit quicker than you. It's just a lot easier and it's a lot better than hitting the brake on a straight, because that will detrimentally slow you down. Like, that will slow you down too much. And I spun it there. A good thing about F1, you can go instant replay, and then if you spun out a corner, because most F1 tracks have straights before corners, you can just flash back to a corner, or a straight, and it's a lot easier than flashing back to a corner, because you're not mid-turn, and you don't have to compensate for that turn. Because if you don't, it's a lot harder. So I'm going to try and AI is not as good. Oh. And also if you get damaged you can obviously turn. But so there are the different types of overtakes you can do. There's around the outside, which I almost from there. There is a dive bomb, which is preferable if you're closer to them. So not how far I was. Like, there's dive bomb, there's switchback, which is so you go into a corner either ahead or not ahead, either on the inside or the outside, and then you come out of the corner on the opposite side. So like you would come out on the outside if you were originally on the inside. It's a very fun overtake to do, especially in go-kart. It's very fun, very rewarding. Like if you pull it off successfully, you will feel great. And of course Danny Rick is going to pass me. I hate that he's out of F1. I feel like I'm a turtle right now. And also, these arrows come already on in F1 23, or F1 25. Okay, that was a mistake. And also, if you make mistakes, making mistakes is the best thing you can do in Simracing. You can learn from them. You can watch them back and see what happened. That's what I love about all these sim races. You have, like, it's only F1 that you can flash back and go to it, but in other sim racing or in other things you can watch what happened and study it. Study it almost, like I want to say that, but it's like basically just look, figure out what you did wrong, go in and practice that a little more. Like there, I don't know what happened there. You can also scare them and go fake dive bomb, so go pretend you're going there. It'll make them overshoot the corner a lot, and that's what you want. You almost want that to happen. You want, not want your enemies to die, but you don't want them to do good. And also you can put overtake on here, which is a good way to overtake someone, as the name suggests. And if you see that red arrow, that means that they are fairly close to you. The AI is very nice. It'll move out of the way for you, but you hit it, which isn't great. It will hit your back tire and make you spin out, which not very easy to come back from. And also, no, I don't know what I was going with there. And just remember, this is all coming from someone who also pretty much just started. I don't have much. Okay, yeah. See, this is a wheel from my friend. It's not even my wheel. It's a wheel from a friend. He gave it to me because he got a better wheel. It's my best friend. But yeah, so to sum this video up, basically practice makes perfect. The more mistakes you make, I know it'll make you feel worse, but it's better because you can learn from those mistakes and watch them back. And also just have fun. All these people who are like doing insane overtakes and like doing really good winning stuff from this, I don't expect you to be as good as them. They have played thousands of hours, tens of thousands. It's pretty much their job. All these people who are saying or who are giving advice, it's their job to play this game or to play these games. and this is coming from, and all this advice is coming from someone who is in pretty much the same spot as everybody who's watching this, or everybody who should be watching this, because I have maybe a few hundred hours at most. I have probably 200 hours on everything. No, probably like 400. And also, for games that you can get that are good, you've got Race Room. It's a free. It does contain purchases that you will need to make to get other cars. There's iRacing. It's fairly cheap. It's $12 a month, but I would hope that you would make that more, or make more than that monthly. But you do have to pay for stuff, I'm pretty sure. I don't have it. And then there's also another free one, Rent Sport. It's got a bunch of cars. It gives you 2 free cars weekly. Like, it doesn't give it to you, it lends it to you for the week. And all the tracks it has are free. Almost all the tracks are free, I'm pretty sure. I haven't played it in a very long time. But it's a very good sim, and it's actually fairly, because the cars are slower, it is a fairly easy sim to learn. It's, I would say, fairly realistic, although I haven't driven a car, I'm still underage. But it's one of the better sims I have used. It's kind of, it's up there, but it's free, so it's not like it's great. But yeah, the best sims I would recommend are Assetto Corsa, AC Evo, that's fairly expensive, Le Mans, and iRacing. Those are some of the best you can get, and some of the most realistic. And then if you are a beginner like me, or no, an intermediate like me who plays like maybe a few times a week, has a wheel, maybe doesn't have has a controller, get F1. It's a very easy sim. Le Mans is also it's kind of easy, but it's very fast. It's very fair. Assetto Corsa again, and then like Rent Sport or Race Room or like any other racing games. If you're an intermediate, you can play them all, but I would recommend like F1, Le Mans, Assetto Corsa Evo especially, because they have a huge variety. They have anywhere from a Volkswagen Golf or a Ford Cosworth to a GT3 car from Mercedes or a Porsche Cup. It's just got a huge amount of variety. And Le Mans has GT3 cars to hypercars. Also fairly good variety, but you do have to pay for most of them. You do get most of the hypercars and a few of the GT cars for free. And for beginners, Forza Motorsport, even Forza, it's not a very good sim, but it's a very fun sim to play. It's not a sim, but it's a very fun game to play. There's a ton of different customization. You can literally throw a supercharger in any car, or turbos in almost every car. It's absurd, but it's a lot of fun. You can change almost everything on a car, and the variety of cars is insane. Like, there's 800 cars. It's absurd. But like, Gran Turismo is a very fun game. I haven't played it, but it seems very fun. Gran Turismo, Forza Motorsport, F1, very simple games, very easy. They come with a lot of variety except for F1, and they have a ton of assists and a ton of beginner friendly stuff. Like, F1 is nowhere near the most realistic. Nowhere. It's very user friendly. Like, it's just trying to be, it's almost like Madden. It's just trying to be fun to play and not a burden. It's just a good, like, because there's so much stuff you can do. There's series, there's time trials, there's races you can do by yourself with AI, there's other races, or like online races. There's just so much variety you can do that it makes it better for the player to play, and it makes it easier to get good, especially with how many assists and how like diverse the assists are. Like you can add braking assist, like literal braking assist. It brakes for you. You can add steering assist, so like on or off, it'll steer for you. Braking, it has low, medium, high. Traction, full, medium, off. And like racing line, all this. Gearbox, you can have automatic, ERS, DRS. Yeah, so it's just really helpful and good for beginners to start at. It is very expensive. I would wait for a sale because it can go down to like $13. Still fairly expensive. Yeah, but it's a lot better than the like $80 it is. So that's it, guys, for my guide on how to start sim racing, or the basics on sim racing, and how to kind of begin. To start, pretty much just get a controller, keyboard, get a game, and start. Controller's better. But yeah, so that is my guide on how to start and what the basics are in sim racing. I will see you guys in the next video.